Hello, hello. Welcome back. It is Dana. We are here doing Felicity Season 2, Episode 1, Sophomoric. So, this is the first episode of Season 2. Last episode, we had so much messy drama. So, Ben and Julie have broken up. Julie asks Felicity to go on the road trip with Ben because she wants Felicity to find out who the person who Ben likes is, because she's like, he's not just gonna up and leave if there's no one else, essentially. So Felicity sort of agrees, but of course the person that Ben likes is Felicity herself. And at one point Felicity Felicity's going back and forth. I'm going to go on the road trip with Ben. I'm going to go to Berlin with Noel, essentially. So she, at some point along the way, Felicity, talks to Ben about what's happening. And she's like, I can't go because you know it wouldn't be platonic. We've sort of got these weird feelings right now. And Julie's my best friend and yada, yada, yada. And while this is happening, Julie happens to be upstairs and overhears all of this. So, that's not good. Later on, or is it prior to that? I don't remember exactly when it happens, but Felicity and Ben do end up kissing at some point. And and Noel has bought Felicity a plane ticket to go to Berlin with him. And so she's like trying to figure out, does she want to go on the road trip with Ben or does she want to go on the trip to Berlin with Noel? So anyway, she goes to Julie's room and Julie's like, basically you can go fuck yourself. You're not my friend, yada, 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 which completely fair. And Felicity's like, well, I'm not going to go on the road trip with Ben. I'm going with Noel. So I'm sorry. And she's like, are you sure you're actually going on this trip with Noel? Because I told Noel about you and Ben. And Felicity's like, why would you do that? And Julie's like, what the fuck? As she should be. So she goes and talks to Noel. And Noel is like, blah, 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 go away. Cut to later on. Noel writes a letter to Felicity. And he's like, listen, I don't care. I love you. I'm not willing to let Ben come between us. Here's the ticket back to go to Berlin. Please come with me. And Ben has also went over and he's like, listen, we can make this work. I want you to come on this trip with me, whether it's as just friends, whether it be platonic, romantic, I don't care. I want you to come on this trip with me. I'm going to be at my house until like 10 o'clock or whatever. And if you're not there by 10 o'clock, I will assume you're not coming and I'm going without you. So, Ben is waiting at the apartment. Noel is waiting at the airport. Felicity has not said yes or no to either of them, but she does make it a point to say she has chosen one and she's not going home alone. So she is going to pick one of them. And I assume when we start this next episode, we will find out who. But the other important thing that happened in the last episode was Elena, who slept with the professor, went through her essays or whatever, saw she got a B-, and then when her paper got handed back the next day, it was changed to an A. So that's a problem. I guess we'll have to see what that means going forward. But the big thing of the episode is, what is Felicity going to do for the summer? Is she going to go on the road trip home with Ben, or is she going to go to Berlin with Noel? I think I guessed she was going to go with Ben because it would make for better TV, but I wanted her to go with Noel because I am Team Noel. But I think she and Ben are supposed to be endgame, so I have no idea. But let's find out, shall we? So here we go. Felicity, Season 2, Episode 1, Sophomoric. Let's do it.
Previously on Felicity.
I'm leaving tonight. Are you going to come with me?
But then he comes back.
Us. I really want to do it.
And she does, but...
To Berlin?
Yeah.
I had myself, I already ordered you a ticket.
It's refundable, though.
I have to make a decision between Ben and Noel.
Oh, you know what else happened? Ben got that stupid haircut that I hated so much. Okay, so we're literally going back to redo this. And I guess this time we'll hear where she says she wants to go. That's my guess.
It was the very end of my freshman year, and there I was, sitting
Yes.
in the cab.
Where are you going?
So, where to?
What?
It was like a moment of truth.
So it's over. So this is now the next season, I'm guessing. And she's got a pager now. Wait, and what is he doing back here?
This is Megan. Our floor meeting starts in 15 minutes.
I thought...
What the hell did you do?
I want to tell you the story, Javier, but it's kind of...
Okay, so fine. Tell it fast right now.
No!
I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Please, just...
What?
I can't deal with...
How did Javier get back here? Which I love, because I missed Javier.
This is serious. Tell me who the hell you did go with, or I will kill you.
I'm in the middle of this meeting right now, but I will come back and I will tell you everything.
Ah!
I will give you all the details later. And I'm so glad you got your visa.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Thanks for my schedule.
You better come back and tell me, or you are fired. I'm not kidding.
I don't think he is kidding.
It's so unfair.
I know. You're all of us right now, Javier. Okay. I love that Javier is back so much. I was so sad when he left because I liked him so much. Also, I guess that Felicity and Megan both ended up being RAs because they're going to that meeting. Oh, look, he's in the opening titles now. Oh, and so is she. Look at this, we're gaining people. But unfortunately, Ben's haircut is also in the opening titles, and I don't really care for that so much. Maybe it'll be a little bit better now.
Dear Sally,
Come on, tell
I'm
me!
sitting in my new room.
That's the old room, I feel like.
God, is it weird being back?
Really?
For a million reasons, but the first of which is my new roommate.
Wait, if you're an RA, don't you not get a
To be
roommate?
honest, all I was thinking about was Ben and Noel, and what it was going to be like to see them again. How I was going to deal with the consequences of what I did last year.
What did you do?
This year, I'm an RA, which meant I was going to have a single room.
So then why do you have a roommate if you're getting a single room?
Since my first RA meeting.
I'm Nancy. I'm the fourth floor advisor.
I'm Felicity. Hi. My flight was delayed from San Francisco, so... could you just give me...
Now they have to double up on all the other dorms, so now doubles or triples and singles
Oh.
or doubles, and it's just a disaster.
Well, I was supposed to have a single this year.
Well, yeah.
Nuts.
So, who is your roommate?
Nice work missing the first RA meeting.
It's you again?
Roommates again?
But I thought
It's
they
not going to be so bad.
got along
living
just
like
fine at the ends.
being co-RAs. We have 46 advisees, which
That's a lot.
is a pretty huge responsibility. I'm a little nervous.
And you're going to end up with all of them because Megan...
cafeteria is open from 6:30
is not gonna be
a.m. to
helpful.
8 o'clock p.m. Are there any other questions before we wrap up?
Hi. Does health services fill prescriptions?
Yes.
What kind of prescription?
What's different?
Birth control. Health services will fill that prescription just fine.
All right, she's wearing Ben's necklace.
But I wouldn't know her. She's had sex once.
Megan,
Listen, just stay away from health services. Oh, and the guy she had sex with, she barely even knew.
I can't believe
Last year. And they gave me 20 Zyprexa, which is an antipsychotic.
Well,
which might not have been an accident.
does it mean anything that she's wearing Ben's necklace? Probably.
What the hell was that?
The meeting went pretty well.
You just announced my sexual history to a group of strangers.
Is one a history? I have news for you. No one cares.
You two run an exceptional meeting. You should know that. I'm Brian Burke.
Thanks.
So is it true what she said that you are advisors allowed to get involved with their advisors?
No.
No.
Well, you know, it didn't stop for last year.
Damn it!
What are you
This is not
doing,
gonna work.
Megan?
I'm going to the housing office. I'm going to transfer.
No, then I'm gonna have to transfer. Think of how your actions affect me for once.
How? Who the hell are you?
People call me Berkey.
Excuse me.
I won't be doing that. So is he like the Richard of this year?
Sure.
I'll take one.
Oh, all right.
Great.
So their friendship still seems to be good.
I've been wanting to do this for years. It's practical and convenient. You got
aspirin, naps, pepper spray, condoms. I mean, not pepper spray condoms, but
Sure, we got you.
bars.
How many have you sold?
Well, I've only been out here a couple hours. What's going on?
Oh no.
No, not since May.
Yeah, he's supposed to get in today, but I haven't heard from him.
Anyway, I am so sorry. We're just gonna have fun this year. I have a new outlook, a single room.
You do not have a single room.
No, that was a long time ago. Bye.
I hope so.
I need her and Sean
Bucks, no more.
to continue to be friends.
Yes.
Are you nuts?
I really like her friendship with Sean, and I will be very sad
$5.
if they don't continue that.
Oh my God, are you Julie? We've totally been waiting for you. I'm Penny. This is Stacy. Hi.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
supposed to
my
have a
God.
single.
We were gonna open a double promise centers this is gonna be the best year.
Oh my God. Poor Julie.
It doesn't feel the same. And
Well-
maybe it's just because I haven't really seen anyone yet. Like Elena or Julie, Ben or Noel.
What's going on with you and Julie? Are you talking?
Or maybe Megan put a hex on me, which wouldn't surprise me one
That
bit.
seems plausible.
I've been roomed with Megan. Here's the problem. I can't live with Megan Rotundi. We lived together last year, and it's just real contentious. It's not good for me or her or the advisees. And
There's
I was
Julie.
just curious. I just need another place to live.
It's very unlikely you'll get a room change.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm gonna ask the same question.
1 year ago today, I was becoming friends with people.
Oh no. You screwed that all up. It's all your fault, Felicity. I don't feel that badly for you. His hair looks a little better. His hair looks a little worse. But I can handle it. What happened? Oh, I guess she went with Ben? Or maybe she went with Noel and they got into a fight on the trip or something? Okay, so I was right. She went with Ben. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Are they dating?
So, where to?
Kennedy Airport, please. International terminal.
Okay, so she planned.
You said you went with Ben.
I know, but when the driver asked where to, that's what came out. It felt right. It felt safe. Which... We're not going to the airport. 170 Worcester Street, please. I knew the question would... What would have happened had I gone with Ben?
But wouldn't you feel the same way about what would have happened had I gone with Noel?
How could you not go with Noel? So cute with the pinky ring. You ever see him smile? So Papa Ben with his new haircut.
It's so bad.
Like an incredible buffet of men.
The best thing was, it was a chance to get...
Sex?
No.
Good for you.
Get your hair back.
Are you the story? Yeah. I wish I had been there. Yeah, that would have been interesting. A different kind of. So what about Noel?
Yeah, what
Julie,
about...
ain't you know?
Yeah, what's happening?
Neither of them returned my phone calls this summer.
Can't really blame them.
I called Noel once in Berlin. Some girl answered.
Well, good for him. I'm sure he didn't spend all summer long pining over you.
I'm sure you
Forget
did.
You broke his heart.
Javier.
No, well, that's why you love me. I'm sorry.
He's right.
Total honesty.
So glad Javier's back.
Noel, I deserve whatever I get.
Yes, you do.
You know what? I'm sure, once you finally talk to Noel, everything's going to be fine.
I'm sure it's not.
I've sold almost 30 packets since I ran into you. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about $15, I mean, $5, it isn't threatening. It's...
Living with two cheerleaders. They spent all morning doing herkies in their underwear.
The hell's a herky?
I'm supposed to have a single, and I am living in a locker room.
You could stay at the loft for a while.
What about
Don't
Ben?
look into that.
Why not? What? Is it because of Ben?
Yeah.
You said what happened with you
I
guys.
think I'm gonna tough it out.
You sure?
Give me a what? Give me an E. Give me an S.
Oh boy. All right, well,
Hi. Is that Sally?
Of course it's Sally. Who else is it gonna be?
So I will talk back soon. Lovely. I asked her if she thought Noel or Julie would ever forgive us.
Oh. Are you sorry that you went with me?
Kinda.
I'm sorry that you spent the rest of the summer in Mexico.
I'm serious. You think it was
I wish it weren't so complicated.
Yeah, because if she and Ben don't work out, she really blew up everything.
So Julie moving in here, so you wouldn't be comfortable? No, I don't care.
You care.
I'm not sure if she's gonna be comfortable, you know? Just the fact, you know,
What
that
do you mean?
Felicity and I, well, we might start dating.
Felicity is not exactly the girl you date.
What does that mean?
Oh, she's not.
No, she's the girl you marry.
Oh.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm 8 years older than you. I mean, when you were born, I was already in Little League, okay? I like Felicity, but, I mean, you're not ready for that. You know, she is this thoughtful... You get caught up in this, and it's drama, and it's pain, and then you've blown the relationship for the rest of your life.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Alright.
I used to just hope I'd run into him. And now, here we are kissing in the back room and making plans. When Noel got back from Berlin, he found a 2-bedroom sublet right above Epstein Bar. He called Elena to ask if she
So, Noel and
was the greatest. She called me to make sure I didn't mind.
Elena
I told her I was
are
jealous.
moving in
Giving
together.
her apartment sounded so amazing.
Is this the apartment? It's huge.
This is amazing.
I didn't know that Elena and Noel were that
Well, I
close.
should go. No way, I'm getting you to your great new place. Congratulations.
Thanks. I know just being here is making you uncomfortable.
Which, she's
Nah,
trying to be a good
it's
friend,
fine.
though.
Whatever. Well, dish on Ben. What's the latest?
Things are good.
Yeah,
They're good.
that's it. That's all I'm
Are
getting.
they good? Or are they good? I mean, how good?
They're good.
So when are they gonna get good?
Well, what's going on with you and the professor? Well, I mean, you should have expected this to happen at some
right by the
point.
table.
Cool.
I gotta go back to the store. There's a chair I might want to get.
So go with her. You don't have to stay and do this, Felicity. You could just leave.
That's a great, I like your place.
I'm glad.
Being an RA is a lot harder than it looks. I'm pretty sure I've given horrible advice at least a dozen times already. So,
Megan can do it,
you are
anybody
actually
can.
Really good I called you from Berlin. Someone answered.
Oh, yeah? Must have been Beth.
Beth, was she in the program?
No. Berlin turned out to be wonderful.
Good.
It was the best 3 months of my life. I mean, I was a little annoyed at first, you know, wondering what you were doing with Ben. You know, wondering what positions you guys were in, whether he was on top or you were on top.
No.
What? All right, let's...
I'm just being
Pull it
honest, I was wondering the same things about
back
you and Ben.
a little
and you were
bit.
just thinking about me and Beth.
This is so horrible, the way we're talking to each other right now.
You think so? I don't know. I think it's kind of liberating saying exactly what you feel. I mean, somehow, it makes me feel better telling you that I slept with Beth and that she was great. So what is it? Is it revenge? I think it just feels good to settle the score. Make sure you know there's some parity.
There's no...
It's not a competition.
Right.
Whatever it is, it's over.
All right.
That I never want to see you again. I know we will. We go to the same college. I just don't want to. But I'm glad you like the apartment.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. I mean, there's no reason to go out of his way to be specifically mean, but he can do whatever he wants. He doesn't want to see her, he doesn't have to see her. He doesn't want to like her, he doesn't have to like her. He wants to sleep with whoever he wants, he can sleep with whoever he wants. Oh my god, Megan!
Last year we used your outgoing message. This year it's mine. What's a bug up your butt?
Just lay off, okay?
What? Just tell me. Come on.
Just lay off.
Sex.
I'm not in the mood for another one of your sarcastic remarks, okay?
And like they said at Wicked Camp, everything you put out, you get back times 3. So,
I
see
forgot.
what I'm doing here?
She
I'm
went
trying
to
be a good
Wicked
roommate.
Camp.
Come on, just tell me what's going on.
All right, maybe she can be your friend. Give it a shot.
When I chose Ben, it's had a really horrible ripple effect on everything.
What did you think was going to happen, Felicity?
I mean, I knew that knowing that intellectually, and then having to live that.
I'm sorry.
She just
I can't do this. You're just gonna pour your heart out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, she tried.
Okay, we're the Hartford Dingoes and we're stepping in style. We're the
I guess
Hartford
Julie's
Dingoes
moving
and
in.
always conquer
Quick,
your
call
team
Sean.
and take us up.
That was great.
I gotta go.
Excuse me, I'm moving out.
Yeah. No way she can handle that.
You looking for Ben?
Yeah. Is he here?
Oh.
Javier called. He had to go to work, so.
But Julie's here. I guess she lives here now.
Hey, what's going on? I'm moving in for a while. What's going on with you? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really ready for them to be friends again.
She said she was moving in for a while. Sean didn't mention that.
No, he asked me what I thought about it.
Well,
What do you think
he's
about
doing it.
I don't care.
Well, of course you care.
I swear to God, I don't care. I really don't. I don't love birds. Don't worry about Julie moving in, because it's fine. It really doesn't matter.
But maybe it matters to
I'm sure you're
Felicity.
right. It's just a little weird.
Yes.
It's a lot weird. I mean, I understand
Listen, I want to tell you something.
sometimes stuff happens, but it's weird.
Love is blind, but my customers are not. Well, most of them. So I need you to maybe earn your wage first, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Nice top, I like that.
Thanks.
I'll pick you up around 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Benjamin!
He's coming.
He wants to tell me something. That's classic code, isn't it? He's about to break up with me.
I don't think so.
God, this first week is exhausting.
I could not take those cheerleaders. No, this has nothing to do with those cheerleaders.
It totally does. I couldn't take it either.
It's just gonna get ugly. Trust me. Felicity and Ben are just starting out.
Yeah, well, there's not a chance that they're gonna last.
No, not when you're living in a loft.
Alright, well, film form has Spinal Tap.
I never seen that.
You never saw Spinal Tap?
Oh, no.
This isn't awkward.
No, look, we're all adults. I think we can handle this.
No, you guys stay with me.
Yeah, unless you want to come see the movie with us.
No.
What? I'm allowed to invite Felicity and the guy that she chose over me to the movies? You know what? You don't have to be such a dick about it.
Is this an example of the new no?
You know, shut up, okay?
You shut Don't tell me to shut up.
You know, yeah, being nice to Lana, that's what you're gonna get out. Will kick your ass. You're gonna kick my ass. How? Using a computer?
Grow up.
I'm sorry. Is that what you want?
No, you shouldn't be sorry. You got everything you want. You should be thrilled.
Oh, my God.
Come on, let's go.
Well, they're leaving, so who cares? I guess
Guys, let's go.
it's in the next 2 minutes.
Probably how things are getting too serious, right, Ben?
You know what? I can't take this. I'm gonna go. You coming?
No, I'm not leaving just because of this.
You should.
Then you're either.
So now what? She's just gonna sit there by herself? Well, I mean, those two are
Is this what the rest of
friends.
the year's gonna be like?
Seems like. Does not seem like anyone's going to have a good time for a while. Although, I don't know what you expected, Felicity, when you did this. There was no way that you couldn't have not seen this coming.
Hey.
So, let's have that talk, shall we?
Oh yeah, we never got to talk.
Yeah, I know. Can I say something first?
Sure, usually do.
If this is a breakup, not that we were ever even really dating, but, could you just do it fast? I mean...
That Julie moving in doesn't mean anything. I don't want you to be worried about that. I wanted to say that I'm happy we're doing this. I'm so happy we're doing this.
Those are all nice things. However, it seems like Felicity is getting the brunt of this relationship because Ben's not really losing Noel. Felicity's losing Noel and Julie, and Ben is really only losing Julie.
No, I didn't call you cheapo. Look, I felt like I'd been spending a lot of money recently, but I know that you have too.
Damn right, that table cost me $90.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I know things are not easy for you right now.
Well, that's for damn sure.
Felicity, if things are gonna work out, we've got to trust each other.
Well, that's kind of hard, you know. I mean, you guys are really good friends.
I know that, but I won't say anything if you don't want me to.
That's, I feel anxious about that.
I had an affair with Dr. McGrath.
What?
Oh, it's over?
I asked him out and he said yes. He even gave me a better grade, even though I didn't ask. I didn't turn it down either.
You slept with that guy.
What I did on my summer vacation by Elena Tyler.
So what's happening now, Elena Tyler?
He called a few weeks ago and said it wasn't going to work out, and he hasn't called again. No one knows. No one but you. Ah, good. So now you have something on me. Yeah. So from now on...
I can't foresee
Okay.
Elena not telling Felicity stuff, though.
It's the ugliest table I've ever seen.
That cost you $90.
You know, I meant what I said last night. If you're going to be mad at someone, be mad at me.
Can't you
Are you
be
giving me permission to be mad at you?
Can't she be mad at whoever she
No, I'm
wants?
just saying, don't take it all out on Felicity. It's my fault, too.
I know whose fault it was.
I was mad at you last night, but I'm not consumed by this. My life is a lot more than you and Felicity.
That's a good way to think about it.
Did you break it off with Felicity yet?
Sean, could you lay off, please? I mean, I'm not paying rent, so I'm going to get attacked by
No,
everyone.
I was just thinking about it, though. She came to New York because of you.
Yes.
Think about what that means. What if she's
Whoops.
in love with you?
I'm sure she is.
Would you still want to date her if you knew that she loved you?
Why wouldn't he?
Yes, I like her.
No.
I don't know that it matters. Personally.
If I knew Felicity loved me, I wouldn't get freaked out.
Say it again.
If I knew Felicity loved me, I wouldn't get freaked out.
You're not ready for this.
You know, you are the most annoying man.
How could you tell him he could have a ferret?
The freak said he wanted one.
The freak. Why did you become an RA to begin with?
Hey,
Well, why did you tell him yes? I don't know. I think the problem would be... Oh, don't do it, Ben. If... I don't know. I think the problem would more lie with Felicity. If she loved Ben, but
So
he
you and Ben, huh?
didn't love her back. I feel like Felicity would have a bigger issue with that than Ben would. Don't do it! Ah! This is a terrible idea, Ben.
So when do you think you will?
Megan.
Do it. Are you trying to be annoying?
I think, yeah.
He's cute, I guess.
Yeah, he is.
Not with that haircut, he's not. It's terrible with that haircut. I'm gonna stop harping on it.
I used to just hope I'd run into him, and now here we are kissing in the back room and making plans. All I know is, maybe it's love.
Alright. Well, now you might know. So, how do we feel? Oh, shit, it's over? Oh my god, that episode went so fast. I thought I had like another 20 minutes. Alright, so. All right. What do we want to? What's happening here? All right. I don't know how Felicity did not expect this, right? I mean, what did she think was going to happen when she decided to date Ben, who had just broken up with her best friend, Julie? In what universe did she think that this would all just work out like sunshine and roses? Like, how did she not foresee this coming? I don't know. Now, that said, I don't think that anybody is really wrong in this situation. I don't necessarily think anyone is being truthful in this situation, but I don't think anybody is wrong. So here's what I mean by that. Ben is running around saying it doesn't bother him at all that Julie lives in the loft with them. Lie. He's telling Sean that it wouldn't bother him if Felicity loved him. Lie. Noel is telling, I don't know what Noel is telling, but Ben and Noel are obviously not getting along, but they weren't always like huge friends. They just sort of like maybe a little more than tolerated each other, but they weren't like friends. They certainly weren't enemies, but they weren't like hanging out alone together. Elena is now living with Noel and has confided in him about the professor, which seems to be over. So she wants him to confide in her about Felicity. But I think that's going to end very poorly if he decides to do that, because I can't see Elena knowing something about this and keeping it from Felicity, especially after the issue that they both had with Blair about Felicity potentially keeping stuff from her in that instance. And I don't know. I feel like Elena would tell her. I do. But she has told Noel this secret. So if she does tell Felicity, he can tell everyone about this blackmail situation he's got her in, that he didn't try to put her in. She did it on her own. But I don't know. Julie, I think there's no, again, as per usual, I feel worst for Julie because she loses Ben and she loses Felicity. So really her closest friend right now is Sean, which was nothing wrong with that. I like Sean and I like her and Sean's friendship, but her closest friend right now is Sean, who's living with Ben and her. Like, it's all so complicated. And I just don't see any way. Like, I think it was Elena who's like, is this how this whole year is going to be now? And I don't think it will be. I think eventually they'll get, in the real world, they would get busy and they don't have time to do all of this anymore. But my guess is that maybe Ben and Felicity will end up, maybe not breaking up, but like something will happen where they're sort of like estranged, and Felicity and Julie will sort of discuss that and sort of feel bonded over it. And then it's going to be like, they're both going to be like, how could we have done this to each other? We both fell for this guy, even though the other one of us liked it. And they're going to be like all in solidarity. And then Ben's going to come back and be like, okay, I was wrong. I'm ready to date again or whatever. And then Felicity's going to have to decide between Julie and Ben. And yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. But I don't know, obviously. I don't foresee, at least as of right now, Noel being able to have any kind of a relationship with Felicity going forward. He's just too angry. And I get it. I mean, I would be angry too, but I don't think he's able to overcome this. I don't think he and Felicity are going to be able to be friends again, at least not with Ben in the picture. But I don't know, obviously. But this was a good episode. I enjoyed it, even though everything is such a mess. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the season goes and how we're going to be able to figure out this whole friend group and the dynamics between them as we go along. Because other than that, right now, we don't really have a ton like set up for this season, except that apparently Felicity and Megan are roommates again, which I was not expecting at all. I did not expect her to get bumped up to main character, so that's nice. And Sean too, so I'm happy about that as well. But other than like Felicity being an RA and Megan being an RA and them living together, we don't really have anything about this season yet. So hopefully next episode we'll learn some more. So let's stop there. Hopefully you had a good time. I certainly did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!